And joining me right now are Rakesh Rao, senior sports journalist, and Surinder Singh, Punjab Kings fans. And gentlemen, before we talk about the match and talk about Shashank Singh and talk about what he brings to the table, etc., I also want to, just for the context for our audience, I want to talk about that controversy that happened during the auction. When Punjab Kings co-owners Preeti Zinta and Ness Wadia, they kind of looked confused after they won the bid for an uncapped Indian Shashank Singh. And this is what they tweeted later, saying that Punjab Kings would like to clarify that Shashank Singh was always a target for them and that the confusion was due to two players of the same name being on the list. To which Shashank Singh, he replied saying that all is fine, all is okay. And well, he said that it's all cool and thank you for trusting on me. And this is what possibly the Punjab Kings ownership would be saying. Thank you for being in that team, because what they did, what Shashank did yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. Rakesh Rao, let me start by asking you, apparently an error was made during the auction, then it didn't happen, and now they have, Punjab have the real Shashank Singh, who won them the match. So all is well. That ends well, right?
Well and truly. Yeah, because see, when you see somebody coming like that, at number 6, and when you're top order, that means, I'm referring to Shikhar and Sam. When these two guys haven't clicked and you're looking at chasing down 200, you need something very special from someone to just make the most of the opportunity. And I think Shashank saw that as an opportunity.
Yeah.
He had to announce his arrival in a big way, and what a way to do it. I mean, you're up against a side that has played the last 2 IPL, the main matches. I mean, 1 victory away from winning it twice in a row. I mean, you are up against a side playing at home, and the home crowd is obviously, against you. And you produce that beauty. I mean, 6 boundaries, 4 sixes or whatever. 10 hits out of 29 have gone beyond the ropes. So that is exactly what you needed. And then when your number 6 and number 8 help you win, when you're, 2 of the top 3 haven't clicked, the team couldn't have asked for anything more, because that gives so much of self-belief to the team. And credit to this boy. I mean, he kept his cool. He finished the match. And especially that hitting between over number 15, 16 onwards. I mean, he just stepped up on the gas. I mean, that was something very special.
Absolutely. Surinder Singh, Shashank Singh, do you feel that there is more pressure on him to prove every time he goes out because of whatever that has transpired in the past?
No, I think it's actually a blessing for Shashank. Having the opportunity at his age again. He's not a young player. He's a senior player. He's already had IPL experience with Sunrisers. So I think going on the field, it's like a blessing. He feels like the pressure. He has the skill. He has the temperament we saw yesterday. And just finding the boundaries when in the key moments was the difference between winning and losing that match. For me, I was having heart attacks during the match. Every Punjab Kings match, you're on the edge of the seat. Will they see it home? And, it was that faith in Shashank and, Ashutosh, that massive innings at the end, that partnership, which saw us home. Because I think Gujarat played really well. And to get 199 on the board, it was a very, very good score. I think slightly above par for me. And, we saw it home. And as Mr. Rao said, our top order didn't fire. Wickets were being taken regularly, and then we needed that one key partnership. And it's absolutely brilliant to see Indian players coming to the fore in this IPL, and especially yesterday's match. Ashutosh and Shashank were absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, I want to stress on that. 2 young blokes, Ashutosh and Shashank, out of nowhere. They come in a team and they take over, they perform, they win you matches. It also talks about the kind of depth that Indian cricket has in general. And it is absolutely mind-boggling, isn't it, Surinder Singh?
Yes, I live in England, but I'm in India for the IPL. And, I'm just seeing all this talent that's coming through India. India is like, these players are playing under high-pressure cricket in high-octane energies in stadiums. It's absolutely amazing for Indian cricket. We saw Mayank Yadav come out of nowhere. We lost the match against Lucknow because of Mayank Yadav. Brilliant bowling. Nobody saw Mayank Yadav coming. He bowled absolutely brilliantly. Yesterday we saw, Shashank and Ashutosh. Ashutosh comes with a massive reputation. I think he's got a strike rate of 198 in the SMT, and I think really it's giving these Indian players the opportunity to prove that they are good enough to start with the rest. Mix that with a bit of foreign players' experience, because remember in the first game at Mullanpur, I was there and we saw Livy take it through. That just gives these players a lot more confidence to go to the park, and that belief that they can be match winners. And it's absolutely amazing to see so much talent coming through the Indian system. It's how we're going to translate that to the international thing. That's where we are, because that's where the big things. All the fans want India to win the trophy, and they want their domestic, their franchise to win the IPL. So for me, India to win the World Cup T20 is the massive thing. But Punjab Kings to get to the finals and win the cup would also mean a lot.
Well, just a couple of matches into the IPL, and we are already talking about the World Cup. It's amazing. But before we talk about the World Cup, let's also talk about that partnership. Rakesh Rao, not for once did the two, Ashutosh and Shashank, they looked uncomfortable, or as if they didn't really belong on the big stage. That's how good they were in that partnership.
See, what I've seen is that today's youth, they somehow have this amazing self-belief, which I never saw in the previous generation. These guys believe that they belong to wherever they are. I mean, if they are playing at domestic, when they are making their Ranji debut, you see some amazing performances there. Come IPL, you see these guys, they know that they're being seen, they take it as an opportunity, and they're not unnerved by the occasion. They know, and they don't give, undue importance to the reputation of the guy who is bowling or, batting. But what these guys do is, these guys know that this is their moment. They have to seize it. If they don't, someone else would. So this is what I've seen, and this is exactly what we saw yesterday. Just imagine Mohit was there, and Mohit, who used to bowl earlier in the, he used to bowl up front.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 years, I've seen him, bowl the late overs. He comes there, death bowler, not exactly for me, but yes, he has been doing that. And yesterday he was stomped out of the park. I mean, it was a crucial over, but then again, you see, and one thing that we shouldn't forget is, when 7 runs were needed, I mean, GT didn't have a bowler.
Yeah,
they had to.
I want to
get
yes, absolutely, yeah. And I want to get Surinder Singh's reaction before we end this show. The loss of Mohammad Shami and Pandya as a bowling option, has it hurt Gujarat?
Very much so. You can't miss a bowler like Mohammad Shami up top and say one over at the end. That is a dynamite, brilliant bowler. And Pandya gives you that option of, doing an extra over in between, which allows you to, facilitate your death bowling in a manner. What we saw yesterday is Umesh Yadav, I think in the 11th over, went for about 17, 18 runs. And that basically cost them the 4th over, I think. I think that was the situation. And then they had to bowl a very, very young person in the last ball who did really well. But again, it's a very difficult position for him to bowl, coming on the last over to save the match for Gujarat.
Absolutely.
So I do agree with you. I think losing Shami and Hardik's flexibility has hurt Gujarat quite a lot.
Absolutely. Well, people were asking this question, will the real Shashank Singh please stand up? He did. Won them the match, and we are hoping that Punjab goes on to do good things in this particular tournament. Rakesh Rao, Surinder Singh, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll slip into a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.